Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Okay. Now, Illma Gore. Now, with this Marilyn Manson, Evan Rachel Wood fiasco, and yes, I'm calling it a fiasco because she has taken it from here all the way over there. And it was all of her own doing. But let's focus on Illma Gore. Now, some may not agree with me with the title calling her a victim or an oblivious fool. And that right there is very true because if you look at what she did, everything what she did was based on her affection for Evan Rachel Wood. Now, I've said this several times, and some of you said, "Oh, she's a grifter." That's true. She's many things. Oh, yes, she is many things. But in this particular case, this one individual case, could it be? Could it be that she is a victim of Evan Rachel Wood's manipulation? Let's dissect it. Because I put some posts up, and as I was going through it, when I was writing, I had the opportunity to really take a step back and look at the situation. Because, making videos, you can go ahead and just whatever. But when you write, you got to stop and really clear your mind and think of the situation for what it is. And well, you don't have to, but at least you should if you want to get everything out that's truthful. Now, Evan Rachel Wood walked out on Marilyn Manson. That wasn't the other way around. I mean, she put a brand of torture on him that would have sent any man to the psych ward. Most definitely. Sent him to the psych ward in order to get grasp on his faculties because what she has done to him, I don't think many men would have been able to survive or if not keep their hands to themselves. And I'm not saying that that should have happened to her, but I'm saying what some men might do being manipulated at that level and to that degree. Because what she did was horrible, awful. But when she left him, when Evan Rachel Wood left when Evan Rachel Wood left Marilyn Manson, she left him twice. And the second time she came back with a baby and was divorced. I mean, you can't make stuff like that up. And that is what Illma Gore was dealing with. Illma Gore was dealing with a person that is so fluid. I mean, water couldn't handle her. Evan Rachel Wood is here, there, whichever way the wind takes her. That's the way Evan Rachel Wood goes, without a thought, rhyme, nor reason, or the thought about the person that she's leaving behind, leaving in the dust, as which she did leave Illma Gore in the dust. But let's question how she left her. That's the key right there. When Evan Rachel Wood left Marilyn Manson, she left him for Illma Gore. I don't know how they met, under what conditions, but they were together. Interestingly enough, when she left Marilyn Manson for Illma Gore, it seemed like that she still had a torch for Marilyn Manson because Marilyn Manson was like, look, I can't deal with this. This woman is younger than me. My knees hurt. My back hurts. I can't deal with it. I got a headache. Oh my goodness. Look, if if you're an older person, an older guy dealing with younger women, you know what I said is true. You're tired. You want to go to bed at 9:30. 8 o'clock at best and sit up by 6. And she wants to, oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Now, Illma Gore was told a story, and that story was about Marilyn Manson and Evan Rachel Wood's relationship. And by Illma Gore being a protector in her own way. I'm not saying the way she went about it was correct. No. I'm simply saying that she protected her significant other the best way she knew how. Misguided? Because one of the first things that Evan Rachel Wood starts saying was, oh, he was a terrible person. He abused me. He did these things to me. And yes, I left him. I left him for whomever, had a relationship, deleted a baby, and came back to him. Left him again, got married to another man, came back divorced with a child. Now, in those things, Marilyn had to say, what the HE double hockey stick? But no, he didn't. I don't know where his brain was. Was it just her beauty and glad to have something that young on his arm? And at that time, he had toys in the attic, if you know what that means. But the last time she left him, he moved on. He moved on. And that right there is what did it for Evan Rachel Wood. That right there. Because she had no way of going back if anything happened between her and Illma. Now she's telling Illma again all these things. Oh, he did this to me. He did that to me. He didn't treat me well. He wasn't the nicest person. And he groomed me since I was young. But if you go back, no, he wasn't. He wasn't the first one. Nor the person that she started off with was not the person that initiated the relationship. It was her. Now, whatever her issues were when she was young, she carried them over to all of her relationships. And Illma Gore was the last one that she dropped all that stuff on. Now, when they got together, now I first thought it was Evan Rachel Wood that was the mastermind behind all of it. I'm like, no. It was Evan Rachel Wood, Illma Gore. And I was like, no. Illma Gore. No, she got her to do all these things. And then I start thinking, but wait a minute, how can Illma Gore have her do all these things if she doesn't know what the relationship was like? So Illma Gore was manipulated, severely manipulated, hook, line, and sinker, because she's dating a Hollywood actress. You know, a singer. She's in a group. She's a Hollywood actress. She's on this big time TV show and she's making money. And now Illma has something that she really didn't have before in that status. Quite intoxicated. Being with someone that was with someone, a guy that was on a higher level, but still, Illma Gore is someone because her girlfriend is in that light. How intoxicating. And then telling her all these things, and she has to protect her girlfriend. But she knows that she loves her girlfriend, but her girlfriend just loves her. No, no, let's scratch that. Likes her, but still has a torch for her ex-man that is moving on with another woman. Then when Marilyn decides he was going to propose to his girlfriend, then fiance, oh no, 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 no. And Ilma, by Ilma being the protector, then she's going to do anything to make her girlfriend happy, and that whatever she needs her to do, she will do because she wants that attention and she wants her to love her as much Ilma loves Evan. And I'm thinking, Ilma was a useful fool to Evan Rachel Wood. Was a useful fool. Yeah, she was. And she played into it. Evan just reeled her into it, saying, I'm going to go see my sister over there in Australia, knowing that her and her sister had a strained relationship, and that Evan loving Ilma loving Evan so much that she went over to betray her sister by setting her up, by doing everything what she needed to do over there in Australia while spending time with her twin sister and setting her twin sister up while they were writing the FBI letter, collaborating with one another. And Ilma, in her mind, I'm helping out my girlfriend. She's going to love me. I'm going to do this. She's going to love me. And yeah, I'm using my sister. And matter of fact, I'm going to leave this broken pad. She can't do anything with it. Even though Evan's son broke it, she didn't pay for it to give me another one. But, she just left it there. Having open conversations with Evan on the phone while talking about the FBI letter, and then her sister Brighton questioning her, well, why are you using that agent's name? Oh, Elma says, oh, I know her. It's okay, it's okay. While writing what to say on that letter, which they were going to use against her ex-boyfriend, because Ilma, in her mind, thinking he did these horrible things to her, and he needs to pay. Ilma is a straight, in my belief, she's a straight feminist. Believe all women, even though what the things that Evan was saying didn't make sense, but it didn't matter because she was completely in love with Evan Rachel Wood. Now, we're not looking at that. We're like, oh, she's a grifter. She's a horrible person. She's a terrible human being. And for the most part, true. She is all those things. She is a terrible human being. But in this instance, she showed compassion and love to the wrong person. Compassion and love. Then she works with her on the project, the Phoenix Project, marking out Evan Rachel Wood's life when she was young, all the way up to her relationship with Marilyn Manson, and having that letter bringing other women in talking about their experiences with Marilyn Manson that happened to all be terrible. Every last one of them were terrible. And they all had the same type of thing that happened to every single woman that was there, even down to Ashley Walters. Now, Ashley Walters worked with Marilyn Manson and had all his information with Ilma, was able to talk to her and then help her get the passwords to his Facebook and MySpace at that time. So we're talking about some time ago at MySpace. Keep in mind, Ilma's like, I'm doing something good. I'm helping out my girlfriend. She's going to love me more. And there was that need, because Evan Rachel Wood needs attention. I mean, the attention that she needs, you can't feel. Not a human being cannot feel the need that Evan Rachel Wood needs to be secure within herself. I mean, that is one big ball of insecurity, allegedly, based on what I said. Illma Gore seems like one of those people that are enablers that are, um, oh, what do you call those types of people? That okay, I'll just call her enabler until I can think of the name of it. But she's going to do whatever she can to fulfill Evan Rachel Wood's need to give her all the attention, whatever that may be, whatever she may need her to do, she's going to do. Evan Rachel Wood was doing those, I'm sorry, Illma Gore was doing those things. So, I don't think that Illma Gore was looking at what she was doing as a crime. No, it didn't seem that way because she had no off button. She had that, get that man. I don't know if she's a misandrist. I truly don't know if she hates men. I don't know. But the way she went after Marilyn Manson was a lot of vengeance. A lot of it. You did that to my girlfriend. I'm going to make you pay. And she did. Oh, she made him pay. Down to her having a conversation with Evan Rachel Wood about the movie Groupie. And she's out there with signs. He's a medophile. He's a medophile. She's out there doing that without having any proof whatsoever besides what her girlfriend told her. Evan Rachel Wood told her that, and Illma ate it up. She ate that up. Okay, he's that. He had that young girl. He had Paula Weiss that was young, a young girl in that movie. And Illma Gore ate it up. I'm going to help my girlfriend. I'm going to do whatever I can do to make this man pay because he did these things. And I'm going to make sure that we screw him to the wall. Again, Illma Gore, she didn't think that she was a useful idiot because she kept on trying to give Evan and Rachel Wood all the support and love that she needed just to have Evan Rachel Wood give back a little bit of love to her. Because Illma Gore had her own issues, and had her own wounded her heart, and how could she have her heart mended? And she put that onto Evan. Misguided? Yeah. But again, I don't think Illma knew that she was committing a crime. Then swatting him, having police go do a wellness check at Marilyn Manson's house. Because she's going to get that guy that took advantage of Paula Weiss, took advantage of her girlfriend, and to make Marilyn pay. Keep in mind, Evan Rachel Wood was the one that supplied her with the story. Evan Rachel Wood put fuel into Illma Gore to be her guided missile. Wind Illma up, and she was willing to do whatever she needed to do. She went to Australia, set her sister up, signed her name, without ever thinking that her sister would make that iPad work. I mean, I have to say that was by the grace of God upstairs that allowed Brighton to get that iPad fixed so she could see what was going on. And if it weren't for Brighton Gore, her identical twin sister, Marilyn Manson would not survive this. But I don't want to go to Maryland. Let's stay with Illma. Illma, yeah, Illma, a useless. I mean, not a useful, oblivious fool. Now, something should have lent an ear to Illma when Evan Rachel Wood filed charges against Marilyn Manson's then girlfriend or fiance. Said that she's blackmailing her, going after her. The police. Nothing struck with Illma. No, no, no. It didn't stick with her. Too in love. When you're in cloud nine, you overlook a whole lot of things. A whole lot of things. And that's what Illma did. She overlooked a whole lot of things. Illma, I'm going to go on record and say I do feel bad for her. You're going to say, Big Girl Diary, you're out of your mind. Why do you feel bad for her? She's a horrible person. She took her sister's identity. She stole from her sister. Whatever she did to her sister, and whatever, and going after Donald Trump, calling him a micro peni. I gotta watch what I say on YT. Yeah, Illma Gore did that. Yeah, she did. Poor Donald Trump. Oh my goodness. She's being sued by Donald Trump too. The only thing that Illma Gore wanted to do was to fit in to a lifestyle, fit in with a woman that she loved. That was way out of her league. On some level, she had to know it. Illma Gore was on. Illma Gore is one of those people that are on the front line fighting against injustice, against women, feminism, LGBTQ, whatever the causes are around those topics. She's the one who will be out there getting punched in the eye. She's the one that's out there taking the blows. Evan Rachel Wood is the one that's out there writing the checks. I think Evan Rachel Wood saw Illma Gore coming a mile away, and when she was done with Illma Gore, and I think that relationship lasted about 2 years. Illma went to Florida for a job, and Evan packed up all her stuff, and sent it to Illma in Florida. You can't make this stuff. Meanwhile, all this going on, Brighton goes to Marilyn Manson and lays out everything. That's when the lawsuit begins. So yeah, Illma Gore was a useful, oblivious fool, in my opinion. I believe so. But what do you believe? So please like, subscribe. If you would like to donate, please do so. Cash App, Big Girl Diary, PayPal, Big Girl Diary. But give me your thoughts, because the trial is coming up soon. It is October. The trial is coming up March 14th, somewhere around there. Lots going to be happening. But I thought I would take a second look at Illma. None of this would have been done. None of this would have happened if it weren't for Evan Rachel Wood. And even in the judge even said Illma would have never done any of these things if it weren't for Evan Rachel Wood saying it and telling her. So Evan Rachel Wood is responsible for what Illma Gore did. Quite interesting. But on that note, what do you think?